Hello, Aquarius. This one is for you. Hi. Cards were already well shuffled in advance, but we keep going live so that you're a witness. This is Tarot Lumination with your general report for September 2017 for you, Aquarius. Okay? So, usual routine. I don't do any reversals here. No flyers, no jumpers. It's just pretty bare bones, stripped down tarot, okay? And we'll try to make the best of it. It'll be like a story. I think of it as a journey spread from the heart, since our whole lives are ultimately conducted through the heart, even though we often seem to live through our brains. So, you know the drill. We've done this before. Watch for your sun, moon, and rising. Squish it all together and create your own story out of it all, okay? So before we jump right into it, let's have a look. This is the energy that we're coming into with September. We just came out of the Leo North Node eclipses. So for you, Aquarius, it's happening right over here in your 7th house of relationship, significant relationship. So it's kind of a big deal, leaving behind aspects of yourself that are redundant. And it could be kind of weird. Could be feeling very weird because a lot of the learning experience would only happen in the context of significant relationship. So it could be quite interesting. All right, so we've had other videos about that. If you've got the time, please, I invite you to watch the 2 playlists about the Leo North Node and the Leo North Node eclipse, okay? All right, here we go. If you watch those reports, that will really help you get a bigger, broader, fuller understanding of the energy, because there's a lot of big changes happening with this eclipse starting September onwards, okay, for months to come. And then we have a lot of big changes coming ahead too towards the end of the year. So please allow for that in your journey ahead. All right, thank you, Aquarius. Let's go for it. We're almost there. Here we go. That's good. We're good. We're going to cut now. I'm going to do a very extreme cut because I'm trying to break up the energy so we get a very clear deck. All right, here we go. So this is the general vibe of you at the core, okay? The core essence. Here's where you're coming from. This is kind of energy, legacy energy that you carry with you. This could be from days, weeks, months, even years of energy. It's all agglomerated into this. And here's the ever-present now, which is always unfolding, but that's the energy as we live through September for you, okay, Aquarius? And here is where we start to pick up momentum on the realization, oh my gosh, it's just another wave. You've got to go with it. You know, it's endless perpetual waves, just like in the ocean. And so you're getting on the next wave here with this type of energy. And you'll see in a moment about the heart spread, but as this energy unfolds, it's already starting to build energy and movement in this direction. And so when you move forward in what we call time, by definition, there is risk because we're heading into what we call the unknown. Even though you might have a very orderly life where everything is laid out, you know exactly what's going to happen all day, every day, down to the minute, and it's beautifully scheduled. Well, the thing is, we are still in a perpetual state of change, no matter how rigid and organized we may feel ourselves to be. And the thing that can be very challenging, Aquarius, you're a very fixed sign, is being flexible and allowing for the shifts and the changes without taking it too personally. Okay, so anyway, how do we do that effectively? How do we move forward? How do we evolve and advance without getting into trouble, without tripping up and falling over ourselves and hurting other people or hurting ourselves? Well, that's what this is about, okay? And then moving forward over here, if you understand or accept the things like the laws of attraction and how things are exactly as they should be, because they can't be any other way, then this would be the energy you might have attracted to yourself, okay? But if that doesn't make sense to you, then this could feel like it's energy coming at you from the so-called future, okay? And then over here is like on the energy of the understanding that we are in movement, we are in motion, we have this thing called time, we live through this experience called time, called life, where we're all on a clock. and things unfold like chapters in a book or series in a episodic TV show or something. So it's always in a state of flux, momentum, and movement. And in September, we're looking at this energy of like, oh, I hope it works out this way. I really, really do. And oh my God, what if it doesn't work out this way? Uh-oh. So that's that kind of energy. It's the same thing, but one is the reciprocal of the other, like the oh no version of it and the oh yeah, I hope we get it version. And this is sort of the momentum where it seems to be all heading going forward. And we're going to look at the bottom card in a moment. That's going to give an indication of the weather that's permeating the whole situation here, for better or worse. And you're just going to make the best of it, hopefully. You don't take it too personally. It's just there, just like all weather. We make the best of it. If it's crappy weather, you make the best of it. And if it's really good weather, you make the best of it. And hopefully you don't let it get you down if it's really, really crappy weather. So can you see the little heart? I'm trying to make it look like a heart here for you, okay? It is a heart spread. It is a journey. It's a journey of our heart as we live through our lives, okay? So that's kind of how it looks. Let's have a look down here. Okay. So all the cards were probably laid out upside down. Let me just check. Yes, they were. But don't worry, we're going to flip them all up. Aquarius, here underneath it all, prevailing energy is the Ten of Cups. It's, let's just say it's out there. It's right there for you, Aquarius. Is it within your grasp? Is it attainable? Is this an optical illusion? We don't know yet, but this is a card of really like great love and joy and emotional fulfillment and happiness. It's the sort of, I mean, you can even see just simply from the imagery of the people who are obviously enjoying each other's company, their magnificence, their bounty, their love for themselves and each other. And they're seeing it reflected back to them in their lives around them. So this could reflect very much to do with significant relationships, loving relationships in your life, of course, that would relate to this type of energy. So you might get a significant sense of reflection of what's going on in your evolution, especially in matters of emotion and heart, through the dynamics of significant relationships. Okay? So let's just say this is very beautiful weather. What you're going to do with that is a whole other thing. Now, for some reason, something slipped my mind and I just can't remember what it is, but I felt I had to tell you. Hopefully it comes back. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's have a look at the general vibe. Okay. Oh, yes, that's right. We're going to flip all the cards. Let me just do that right now. Don't take it personally. Let's all blame it on the planets. It's Mercury retrograde still as we're doing the reports. And we've also got Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto retrograde. So can you blame me? No, of course not. No. All right, so there we are. It looks sort of more normal now. That's... well, I'm trying to make that the heart spread. I hope you can see that. All right, you got that? You got that, Aquarius? So, look at all the love here, right off the bat. Three of Cups, okay? So, rejoice. Rejoice with your buddies, your friends. Like maybe, you know, even if you're not, like, feeling it deep down, like, it's almost like what I'm getting here for you, Aquarius, is the feeling like putting on a really, really brave face, even if all of this feels like it's just an optical illusion, it's just a jeopardy, it's just like a dream that'll never ever come true, or if it is like the real deal and you are sensing it out there, either way, you're going to celebrate. In other words, if you're feeling very shaky and doubtful about all this happiness and joy, potential joy and happiness, like, is this something that is being totally stripped away from you and denied? You're going to put on a brave face and carry on anyway and kind of live as if. It's almost like, because ultimately it's the understanding that you create love from the inside out. It's a choice. It's a decision. Love is as love does. It's putting the energy, putting the healing power of love in action. In other words, it's not just you sitting at home on a sofa waiting for love to come to you. Love is a very active principle that responds to your decisions. In other words, it's like a universal energy force that's out there for you. It's fully available to you. The question is, what are you going to do with it? And what are you going to do with it is another way of saying, what kind of decisions are you going to make, Aquarius, moving forward? Because it's all about celebrating the love and enjoying it. But I'm also feeling like if there are some of you who are very, very shaky about this energy of love, like, is it real? Is it out there? Have I really got anyone at my back? Has anyone got my back? Am I truly, truly a loving person? Is anybody truly loving towards me? And the way I'm feeling it here right now for you, Aquarius, is you're going to claim it anyway. It's almost like even if you're crying your eyes out right now, you're going to be brave and say, I am loving, I am loved, I am loving, I am loved, I am loving, I am loved. I am going to be the embodiment of love in action. Love is as love does. I am going to make that happen. That's how it's going to be. That's how I'm feeling this, Aquarius, okay? So no matter how bad it is, no matter how awful things might feel right now, I'm feeling like this is a tremendous golden new opportunity for you to like create from the inside, create from the heart, okay? Instead of like being extremely detached and cool and observant about yourself and your life and how things unfold around you, which might be a more normal, typical Aquarian way to do things. In other words, in a very scientific, very, very analytical, pure, unbiased, factual kind of way. But with this little reading, it's telling you, it's an indication, tap into your heart, Aquarius. Allow the blood to flow. Allow your heart to beat and pump in ways that you've never happened before. And it might feel very weird. It's almost like going to a weird party and everybody is happy. And you get there and you're like, why is everybody so happy? I don't get it. And they're looking at you like, what's your problem, Aquarius? Don't you get it? And they're all smiling at you. And you kind of go, okay, well, what do I do? And they just say like, well, do what we're doing. Celebrate, be happy, and smile. And you kind of go, huh? Is that all it is? And they say, yes. And then that's the kind of swing of it. So you kind of like go, oh, okay, so like this. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, cha-ching. Hi, how are you doing? Cha-ching. Yeah. Yes, Aquarius, that's what you do. You let the pulse flow. You let the blood flow. You let the heart energy flow and pump, all right? So that's at the core here, okay? So what are you bringing in with you? More love cups. Aquarius, what's going on? I'm feeling a couple of things here with the Knight of Cups. What I'm sensing is that, again, it's more like, I wish this could really be happening. I wish this could actually happen. Like if you're in something very committed right now, let's say it's a love, this is not a love relationship reading, okay? We have a whole other playlist for that. This is just general broad energy, but it's just saturated with cups, emotion, heart, love, energy. So we have to read that, okay? So in the story, the way it's unfolding so far, it looks like you're bringing all the best of intentions to bring love into your life, carry love in, and it's also giving up the wars, so to speak. In other words, if you've been deeply embroiled in struggle and confusion and loss in whatever manner regarding the energy of love in your life, whether that's with people or how you love your life, your passion, your job, your pets, your friends, your family, your relatives, all of that. If there has been a tremendous amount of conflict and confusion and misunderstanding, this energy can also indicate here with the Knight of Cups, it's like Aquarius is saying like, Aquarius, I am officially sick of it. I'm sick of being at war with matters of the heart. I want to come home. I want to receive love. I want to give love. That's all, okay? No more war, okay? Done. Done with that. Okay, so that's very, very brave. Just to be able to put that in words and make a decision to do that, it's a huge thing for you, Aquarius. It's almost like it's a deliberate thing. Like Aquarius is saying to yourself, like, I am done with all the usual ways of being Aquarius. I know there's a whole other new way of being out there. I may have yet to find it, But that's the whole point of this freaking journey, okay? Is to discover that new Aquarius Mark II and tap into that. And it may be that it just has to occur in the context of significant loving relationships, even though this is just a general report, okay? So I'm trying to be very open-minded, broad-minded about this spread and this reading, okay? But it is not a love reading, okay? Even though it's flooded with love. Okay, so what about the present, the ever-present now? Well, at least you're handling it. You're coping, you're dealing with it. This is the Page of Pentacles. And the indication here that I'm feeling for you, Aquarius, is that you're doing an incredibly good job of dealing with something that is really kind of outside your normal way, your normal senses of perception about how life is and how love works in general. It's all just that little step beyond your normal levels of understanding. So you are being really stretched now to and invited to deal with heart energy, love energy, like it's never ever happened before in your life. And we're going to take it to a whole new level. And you know that, even if you have to fake it till you make it, put on your brave face like, I am happy. I am happy. I swear to God, I am happy, and I'm going to surround myself with happy people, and I'm going to learn what they do and how they do it so I can feel it and own it and be that myself, because I'm sick of being at war with these matters, and I deserve love as much as anybody else, okay? Because I do have a lot to offer, even in my own weird, odd, quirky kind of way. And you get it, and other people get it, because with the Page of Pentacles here, it's like, it's an admission that there might be a degree of naivety and innocence as you move forward into September and through the next few months, in that you desire the best. You want the best. You want to know what works. You want to learn what works and how it works, and then implement what you learn so that you understand it's not just somebody preaching at you. It's not just tarot illumination saying, hey, Aquarius, love is as love does. No, it's an actual thing where you learn it and you own it as a fact, where even though you might not know the exact mechanisms or details how to do that, the intention and the desire is extremely strong, and you have every intention of making it happen, even if it means you're going a little bit blind, a little bit innocent as you move forward. That's okay, Aquarius, because at some point, all of us are going to have to go through our own version of what you're dealing with right now, okay? And in some ways, you might actually be feeling it right on the nose, in the face, because of this Leo eclipse energy. It's right there in your face in maximum opposition from your most significant relationships. So it's okay to admit that there's a degree of naivety and innocence here moving forward. And no shame in that, okay? So let's have a look. How are we going to, we're starting to move forward now. Look, look, we got the Page of Cups right here. It's okay. So it's just literally just admit it. It's almost just like you're at the party, and you're in that party, and everybody's looking at you, and they're saying, well done. Thank you for accepting the invitation, Aquarius. We're so glad to have you here. Welcome. Here's your glass. Hang out. Ka-ching, cha-ching. And you're still kind of holding this like fake grin on your face because you still don't quite get it, but you still know you're in the right place at the right time with the right people. It's just that it feels very weird, okay? So there you are with all the best of intentions. Like, yeah, I showed up. I'm here. I get it. I read my tarot reports and I get what it's all about. I sort of get most of it, and I'm trying. And then it's taking a really big gulp of love medicine and putting on your brave smiley face and saying, okay, let's do this, people. I am ready now to ka-ching my glass with yours. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. I don't really know what this is all about. The Page of Cups can also have a certain degree of innocence. Also, the best of intentions, okay? So that's very, very good. But again, Aquarius, it might leave you in a position where instead of being your normal, brilliant, highly evolved, scientifically, brainiacally advanced being that you are, you might be entering into a world here, a whole new world where you might be exposed to a high degree of innocence in yourself. And that could be kind of shocking because you're going to approach it as an Aquarian. You're going to look at it almost as a scientific experiment, or like, okay, let's do this. We'll figure it out. What is the actual formula and the recipe for happiness? How do we do that? Can you write that on a blackboard for me, please? Anybody here in the room can help me out? I would love to know, because it would really help me out, especially regarding matters of the heart. Because apparently I still don't know enough yet, and that's why we're on this new journey unfolding. Thank you very much. So again, bravo, Aquarius, for speaking out like that and admitting to a degree of innocence, but also to a high degree of intention and purity of purpose. So that's awesome. Because basically everyone else is on your side and they want you to succeed. They want you to be happy. Everybody in the room wants you to be this and have this, okay? It's just that you have to be that and you have to have it. It's not something you go and get. It's something that you are. You have to be that. And that's kind of the awkward, tricky part. So you would ask as a scientist, how do I do that? Let's see. This is the how card. Let's have a look. Bam-o. Well, let's just turn it into like an attitude of gratitude thing here. Let's just say with the 10 of Pentacles, you've got everything. Okay, so let's treat it as a scientific experiment. There you are in the happiness room with all the happy people looking at you saying, just do what we do. And you're saying, okay, I'm here, I get it, but how? And they're saying, just do what we do. And you're kind of like, okay, like this, you mean? Like, just be happy? And they're saying, yes. And you go like, I don't get it. And then they tell you, well, look around you, Aquarius. You might not know it. You might not understand it right now from your existing perspective. But if you allow for a broader perspective, you will understand that you have all the raw ingredients for your happiness right in your lap. Okay? It's right there. 10 of Cups. Okay? It's sitting here. It's right here in front of you. And you kind of go, really? And they say, yes. Look around you. Change your perspective. Look at this person in your life. Look at this thing in your life. Look at this knowledge that you have. Look at this wisdom. Look at these circumstances. Look at these assets, your skills, your talents, your abilities, your goals, ambitions, everything. All of those are resources. That's buried treasure. That's gold that you own, that you have. And then you go, really? And they say, yes. And then they say, but you have to uncover it. You can't let it be covered in the dust and the doo-doo from the Aquarius South Node energy that needs to be outgrown. And you go, what are you talking about? And they go, listen, okay, you're in the happy room. Just hang out. Don't worry. We'll figure it out. We understand you mean well, and we understand there's a degree of naivety and innocence here, but we're going to handle it because we are with you, okay, Aquarius? And you have everything that you possibly could need. So you go, gulp, okay. Can I have a refill, please? Do you mind if I have a refill? Thank you very much. And they go, sure, of course, Aquarius. Thank you for asking. We were waiting for that. Bravo. So what does that bring? I swear to God, I didn't plan this. I did not plant these cards, Aquarius. This is actually happening in a reading. Can you believe that? I'm sorry. I'm kind of getting blown away by your reading here. Oh, God. So it's kind of like this massive shift in perspective. Like, so long as you are willing to remain very pure and innocent and open, and understand the concepts we've just been exposing here in this reading, like you don't have to go get love. It's not something that you have to find. It's there. You're swimming in it. It's around you all the time. And it's a question of understanding that and seeing it and believing it and owning it, and then translating that into what works for you. And that could include getting rid of anything that does not work for you. And that might be a very awkward part of the story, okay? But what's coming at you is essentially what you need and what you deserve, which is happiness. This is a card of like a wish, okay? Now, you don't want to get too carried away with this, because sometimes they call it the energy of watch out. You're getting what you wished for. So be careful what you wish for, okay? Because it's very, very true. Because when you make an invocation, like dear heavenly beings or whatever, please, I want this and this and this and that in my life, please understand that they listen and they respond accordingly, hopefully in a way that works for you. But it's a very, very pure process. So once you understand the process a little bit better, then there's a higher degree, higher chance that you will get what you really deserve, the happiness and the love that you really deserve. It just might not be happening in a way that you have ever known before or understood before. So for you, Aquarius, it's almost like you're being your own lab rat, your own experiment, living through your own experience as though you are now in the maze, so to speak, you know, where, like, say, normally you're the scientist, you're the person who's got things ordered out in such a way, and you have your unique understandings of the universe, and you've created all this beautiful, like, Rubik's Cube of life, and you know how it works. And you've created this Rubik's Cube, and now you're being presented with like your own Rubik's Cube, and you actually have the solutions, but you were not told exactly how it was put together in the first place. So now you have to, like, unlock the Rubik's Cube, as though now you have to live through your own experiment. Like, oh, wait a minute, I'm used to designing the Rubik's Cubes for other people. Now the other people in my life, the significant others, are essentially like a Rubik's Cube for me. Oh my God. But you're a brainiac, Aquarius. You can figure it out. And by doing so, step by step, you know, tweaking everything, using all your resources and talents and gifts that you already have, you will figure it out. And slowly, one little cup at a time, your heart energy will unfold more and more and more and more and more. Okay? Now, how that turns out in your life, you know, it could be like very dramatic. It could be almost traumatic, or it could be very dramatic. Did I say dramatic? Or there could be some very magical experiences going on as all this heart energy unfolds. And you really start becoming much more in tune with heart energy as opposed to the mind, so to speak. So with the hope and fear card here, it's just like, wow, seriously, I hope this works. This freaking better work. Going into the happy room with all you nutty happy people. I hope it works. But what if it doesn't? That's this card. So let's have a look. Look at all these cups. What is going on, Aquarius? It's almost like everyone's looking at you and saying, yes, Aquarius, don't you get it? Don't you get it? And you're kind of going, I think so, sort of, kind of. I'm not really sure, but at least, and they're saying, well, at least, Aquarius, you're in the happy room with us. And we've explained this to you, and we're hoping that you understand that you're creating your own reality, and deep down you deserve all this love, the love that you would wish for, the heart energy that you would wish for, whether you're you know, connected or not, but just for your whole life. And they're hinting that, and you would be hoping that, wow, if this actually works, just imagine if this actually works, people. Wow, this would be like, oh my God, soulmate energy coming to me. This is big love, but it's also the love that you would wish for, the kind of love energy that everybody seems to want. Some people call it soulmates, twin flames, what do they call it? Karmic relationships that are positive. I can't remember. Dharmic or something? I don't know. But anyway, it's the whole, with the Six of Cups here, this is very much about sentiment, the past, love, nostalgia, the sense of you already know what it's like. There's something deep down inside you already knows exactly what it feels like to love and be loved. And you know it exists, and your hope would be that it actually happens now in real time, as opposed to just being a piece of history in the past when you were a child or from another past life. In other words, it might be a very deeply profound wish that true love and true happiness could unfold in your life. Even though this is a general report, there's so many love cards here, we can't get out of that dynamic completely. So just please treat this as a very, very broad reading about the energy of love, not a love relationship reading, okay? So it would be, the wish would be like, wow, it would be so awesome to have that. You know, whatever aspect of your life that might be, bringing in your talents and gifts that you know you own at your core, and bringing them here today now in real time. And they're all infused with love, so you can relate to the world in a very much more loving, open way, as opposed to that observant, calm, cool, more detached manner, which would be more typical for you. Now, of course, what would happen if you don't get this, if this wish does not come true? Well, that would be kind of sad, of course, but it's not going to happen. Not on this watch, not with our Lumination. No way. Okay, so where does that take us? Yeah. It's like, see, Aquarius? All you have to do is listen. In fact, just copy us. It's almost like here's everybody else in the room, and that's kind of what you were hoping to be invited in, and now you're in, you're there, and they're all like, it's almost like they're applauding you, saying, see Aquarius? You're at the right place at the right time with the right people for the right reasons, even though it might feel a little strange and weird at first. But you're doing it. You're living as if. You put on the smiley face, the brave face, and start to own it from the inside. I am loving. I am loved. I am loving. I am loved. I am a loving being. Love is as love does. What can I do for you? What's the most loving thing you can do for yourself right now, Aquarius? That's a very serious question. Okay? Is it like letting go of somebody or something, standing up for what's right for you, claiming what you own, what you deserve, claiming your right to be happy, being willing to dispose of whatever is not good for you, and claiming the love that you deserve? Because they're applauding you. They're saying, bravo, just for being bold enough to stay in this journey of life and to keep going. Because you might have been facing tremendous obstacles, but now things are going to change, even if it's one little pentacle at a time, one little cup at a time, okay? You're doing it. You're on the right path, okay? All right, you got it, Aquarius? Thank you. So don't forget, read for your sun, moon, and rising. Watch the Leo North Node eclipse playlists again. There's 2 playlists in there somewhere in the channel. Dig them out. It might help. Squish it all together, and we'll make this real for you, okay, Aquarius? I'll just put this here in the corner for you as we wrap out, and I'll close the video. All right, thank you so much. Have a good September. Bye-bye, Aquarius. Bye.